Hey you, do your auto potions never seem to proc? Does your magical attacks hit no harder than a LARPer's foam ball? Or did your best mage suddenly quit your party to go serve a higher power? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Bravery and Faith 101, your ultimate guide to surviving, thriving, and not losing your party to divine promotions. I'm Skull. I make gaming videos where sarcasm meets strategy, and occasionally, I even make a great point. Grab a drink, settle in, and let's talk Bravery and Faith.
Now then.
So what actually are Bravery and Faith? Bravery and Faith are basically two semi-secret chaos stats that control everything from your damage to whether your unit decides to become full-time clergy. Bravery is going to impact all of your bro skills, like any of your reactionary abilities or any of your physical abilities. Think monk. Faith, on the other hand, is going to boost your magic power and your tendency to explode. And what I mean by that is the higher your faith, not only is it the more magic damage you do, but it's also the more magic damage you take. It's kind of silly, but we'll dive into that. Basically, bravery makes you punch harder, faith makes you pray louder, and both can ruin your day if you do not manage them properly. So let's talk bravery first. The stat that decides whether your party's a squad of heroes or a pile of floor decorations. In battle, bravery ranges from 0 to 100. If you drop below 10, you'll trigger the legendary status effect Chicken, and I do mean that literally. With Chicken, your unit immediately loses control, runs to the farthest corner of the map, and refuses to do anything useful. You know, just like your DPS in insert MMO name here. Outside of battle, your permanent bravery ranges from 6 to 97. If you drop below 6, your unit straight up quits the party. Ramza, of course, is immune because plot armor is eternal. So what abilities can actually raise or lower our bravery? You can raise or lower your bravery by yelling at people until they believe in themselves, or until they're more afraid of you. First up is Praise. This is an orator ability that'll give you +4 bravery on every cast. Keep in mind that this is a spell and will require you to succeed in your spell hit chance. Next up is Steal. This is a Ramza specific ability learned from his Squire job in Act 2 or later, and will do +5 bravery for every cast. This can be used on allied players and does have a 100% hit chance, making it my favorite option. Next up is Shout, which again is a Ramza specific ability from his Squire job that he will pick up after Chapter 4, and this one gives a whopping +10 bravery. Plus some other stuff that we're not really going to talk about in this video. The first ability we have for lowering bravery is Intimidate from Orator. This is a -20 bravery and again is a spell and will require you to succeed the spell hit chance. Another spell we have is Trepidation, which is a mystic ability for -30 bravery. Same deal, requires you to pass the spell hit chance. And then if you have the special character Beowulf, he has the spell Chicken, which is a whopping -50 bravery, assuming you can hit the spell hit chance. And then finally, if you're going up against an Airmon, or maybe you've recruited one into your party, they have the ability Look of Fright, which is a -10 bravery if they are able to hit you. For every 4 points of bravery added or lost in battle, one of those will become permanent. Okay, Skull. Well, that's all well and good, but what does bravery actually do for me? When bravery is high, your reaction abilities will pop more often. Think counter, auto potion, and that one ability that nobody's ever equipped, Finger Guard. And when I say pop more often, I mean that your likelihood to succeed in your reactionary ability is directly equal to your bravery. So at 70 bravery, you've got a 70% chance that that auto potion will proc. So when you see Ramza refusing to heal himself with a potion while lying face down in the mud, yeah, that's not really bad luck. That's your bravery stat roasting you. Bravery will also boost the physical damage of 3 weapon types in the game: fists, night swords, and katanas. So let's actually do some math here, and we'll show the formulas here on the screen. No worries, no math degree is required. Let's start with fists or your bare hands. Your bare hands damage is going to be calculated by your character's physical attack multiplied by your bravery divided by 100, multiplied by your physical attack attribute again. Night swords are going to be calculated by your physical attack attribute multiplied by your bravery over 100, multiplied by the weapon power stat on the equipment itself. And then katanas are the exact same, physical attack attribute multiplied by bravery over 100, multiplied by weapon power. So let's say your character's sitting at 97 bravery, 10 physical attack, and they are holding the legendary Excalibur. That comes out to be your physical attack attribute, or 10, multiplied by your bravery over 100, or 97 over 100, multiplied by the weapon power, which is 21. 21 being the weapon power of Excalibur. That will give you 204 damage, rounded. In short, more bravery means better punching, more potions, and fewer existential chickens. So let's switch gears and talk about Faith. Now, Faith is a dangerous stat. Too high and you're one sermon away from the rapture, too low and you couldn't really light a torch with it for it. In battle, Faith ranges from 0 to 100, just like bravery, and luckily there is no finger-licking good status effect waiting for you at rock bottom. At 100 Faith, your spells slap, but enemy magic slaps you right back, harder than your first student loan payment. Permanent Faith sits between 3 and 94. Dropping below 3 is basically nihilism, and if you ever hit 95 or higher, congratulations, your units run off to become a monk and brew beer all day, presumably. And yes, Ramza's immune, because of course he is. Drop a comment below telling me how many of your units you've accidentally sent away to Bible camp. And just like Bravery, we do have ways of increasing and decreasing our faith. First up is Preach. It's an orator spell that'll give you +4 faith on every cast, assuming you succeed with the spell cast. Enlighten is also an orator ability that'll give a -20 faith, assuming you get the spell off. Because the smarter you are, I guess the less you believe in divine beings. Finally is Faith Surge. It is a bard reaction ability that'll give you +3 faith on hit from magic, which can be a little difficult to pull off, but you know, +3 is +3, I guess. Just like Bravery, for every 4 points in faith added or lost in battle, one of those will become permanent. Yes, Final Fantasy Tactics is the only game where belief management is part of your HR policy. But there are 2 status effects that affect faith in combat that does not give you any permanent gains or losses. Those status effects are Faith and Atheist. While under the Faith status, you are assumed to be at 100 faith in all formulas, and while under Atheist, you basically don't believe in magic, and you have a flat score of 0 in all formulas and calculations. So what are the ways that we can grant faith in Atheist? First up is Belief, which is a mystic ability which applies faith, and Disbelief, also a mystic ability, and this one applies Atheist. If you have the secret character Beowulf, he has Faith and Doubt, which are the same 2 abilities as Mystic, but specific to him and his sword abilities. But also, if you equip the Faith Rod, you will start combat automatically with Faith applied to that unit, or suffering a hit from the Goku Rod has the chance of applying the Atheist buff. So, what does Faith actually do? High Faith is going to mean more magic damage dealt and received, higher success rate for magical status effects, and higher magic gun damage for any of those that you have in your inventory. Low Faith means your spells suck, but magic can't really hurt you. So, let's do some more math. First up, let's talk magic potency, or how much damage your spells are going to do. The formula for magic potency is spell power, which is the numerical value of the spell used internally in the game, multiplied by your character's magical attack stat, multiplied by the caster's faith divided by 100, multiplied by the target's faith divided by 100. So let's do a specific example here. Say your caster has 90 faith and 10 magic attack, and the target has 50 faith. If you wanted to cast the spell Fire 2, which has a spell power of 18, let's just plug these variables into the equation, and we will have spell power 18 multiplied by our magic attack of 10, multiplied by our faith of 90 over 100, multiplied by the target's faith over 100, which gives us about 81 damage. Now this is assuming we have no astrology affinities at play and that there's no damage multipliers on the spell like the boost magical attack ability. Now let's talk our magic hit rate, or the likelihood we are of succeeding in that spell cast. This one is going to be spell power plus your magic attack multiplied by the caster's faith divided by 100, multiplied by the target's faith divided by 100. Then further, it is multiplied by 1 minus the target's evasion percent chance. Now let's do another example. Your caster still has 90 faith and 10 magic attack. The target still has 50 faith and a 10% magic evasion. But this time, we want to cast Blind, which has a spell power of 200. So plugging it into our equation, we have 200 plus 10, multiplied by 90 over 100, multiplied by 50 over 100, multiplied by 1 minus 0.1, or that 10%. And that's going to give us about an 85% chance to hit. Again, assuming we have neutral astrology sign compatibility. Astrology is a whole other can of worms that we'll probably discuss in another video. So, wrapping it all up, that is Bravery and Faith. Those are 2 stats to decide whether you're a hero, a heretic, or tomorrow's chicken dinner. If this cursed crash course kept your auto potions from betraying you, smash that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more RPG chaos, cursed strategy, and horrifying shenanigans. Seriously, your next turn might just depend on it. Until next time, stay brave, stay faithless, and may your auto potions always proc.